Why Chicago saga may not end soon. Yeah, so this is about Tinubu now. The Chicago State University certificate saga for Tinubu is likely not going to end soon. There's still a long more rope to be drawn, even after possibly the Supreme Court would have ruled. And even if the Supreme Court rules on the presidential context in favor of Tinubu, the all other cases on his neck will not end soon. That is the truth. He is a man of very questionable background, questionable character, questionable antecedents, and even questionable future. And this same person is the head of Nigerian government. God will help us. The crisis surrounding the authenticity of President Bola Tinubu's academics sojourn is as old as his political career. But the simple desire of the Nigerian public has been for the president to show evidence that he attended school, especially the Chicago State University. This plea has been met with rebuff, therefore dragging the saga of a supposedly unauthenticated certificate. However, on Friday, the Chicago State University announced that a said Bola A. Tinubu attended their school, but the transcript released still bear female as gender and offers discrepancy in dates, thereby sustaining the saga. Exactly. So I know that when they said Bola Tinubu attended Chicago State University, APC and everybody, all of the supporters are jubilating that the school has confirmed that Bola Tinubu attended the school. But let's look at the details of the statement. That yes, one Bola A. Tinubu attended the university, but the Bola Tinubu was a female, okay? And so the discrepancy in that certificate that Tinubu has between the one Chicago State University released and the one Tinubu submitted to INEC will continue to be, both in the dates and all other features that makes it, that makes it look what it is. Earlier in 2002, the present Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, went to court over certificate forgery against Tinubu. This was cited by the spokesperson, Atiku Abubakar campaign organization, Daniel Bwala, in an interview on Channels TV. He noted that Keyamo had sued the Lagos Assembly in 2002 over Tinubu's candidacy as the then governor of Lagos State. Citing a law report titled Keyamo versus House of Assembly, Lagos State 2002, Bwala said, "This is the Supreme Court decision in the case I have cited, and I will just read a line. The appellant alleged, among others, as a legal practitioner, that he has been confronted by some of his clients who wanted to understand certain things they consider important relating to their contesting the governorship in Lagos State." So he further, that is Festus Keyamo, alleged certificate forgery against Governor of Lagos State, Bola Tinubu, and that the latter was not qualified for the office of the governor. Bwala noted that Keyamo, who is today speaking in favor and defending Tinubu's eligibility, was the appellant in the then case. So Atiku Abubakar, a former vice president of Nigeria and the People's Democratic Party (PDP) candidate in 2003 presidential election, had heightened the tension associated with the 2003 election by filing a petition to obtain information about Tinubu's academic record at Chicago State University, where the president claimed he attended and obtained a certificate. So Atiku's attorney, Angela Liu, had requested documents pertaining to Tinubu's admission, attendance, degrees, awards, and honors obtained during his time at the university. These issues had been a subject of dispute since the days of Tinubu's stewardship as the governor of Lagos State. Okay. So Atiku's application, Atiku had aimed to use the subpoena to verify the authenticity of his claims and establish the truth amidst ongoing disputes about his election and academic history. Atiku's application was spurred by an earlier case in Nigeria on November 9, 2022, several months before the presidential election, in which one Mr. Mike Enahoro Eba, described as a human rights defender and public interest litigator in Abuja, commenced proceedings against Tinubu by filing a direct criminal complaint in the Chief Magistrate Court or the Federal Capital Territory. So in a swift response, however, President Tinubu's legal team had filed a counter motion to dismiss the subpoena in the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois, Chicago, USA, through Victor Henderson, counsel to the President Tinubu, who argued that the petition lacked the necessary court authorization and provided inadequate time for compliance, violating the Illinois Supreme Court rules. So what is happening here is that Tinubu's certificate saga is not going to finish. And the funny thing coming out here is that the same Festus Keyamo that is today enjoying with our government and is now Minister of Aviation defending Tinubu was the person that filed a case in 2002 against Tinubu when he was the then governor of Lagos State. Okay, filed a case against him that he was not qualified at all to even be the governor of Lagos State then because of his certificate forgery case from the Chicago State University. So what has changed today that Keyamo is now defending the person he fought against in 2002. So does it mean that he has forgotten, or he has lost integrity, or he has lost his senses, or is he suffering from dementia that he cannot remember such cases again? Quite unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. So that will tell you that their interest is what is driving their decisions. Wow. So there are a few comments here. Somebody said, Presido, what is happening? And that is Tinubu himself now. What is happening? Yeah? Another person said, why will the Chicago saga end when the transcript is from Oluwole? For those who don't understand, Oluwole is like where you buy fake document in Lagos. That is why they call it Oluwole. Okay? So buying fake document. And it's not only academic certificate. Some people have forged car, custom document, forged lot of documentation about themselves. So anywhere you do document forgery that you buy it, it is called Oluwole in Lagos. So Tinubu certificate is Oluwole. That is what that guy is trying to say there. Somebody saying seed of falsehood yielding detestable fruit. Exactly. Tinubu has sown the seed of falsehood right from beginning. First of all, in that 1999 INEC form where he applied to be governor, the primary and secondary school he submitted that he attended was investigated and found never to have existed in the history of Nigeria, and he expunged them. Okay, so right now he has no primary school, he has no secondary school, but he has a university. And that same university is being contested, but because Chicago State University is not even agreeing to show what document did they use to admit Tinubu into that university, if actually he attended that school, if it was not Oluwole. Okay, and up till now they have not, they are still struggling to respond. I don't know what the US is trying to play here to support him. It's going to be a very bad one if US is supporting this kind of thing. Now I know why Tinubu is what he is today. You can't attend a rogue institution like Chicago State University and not be a criminal element yourself, because it has become very obvious that the so-called university can only produce criminal elements or clowns at best. Abi, so the school is a criminal school, Abi. That is what they're trying to say. That we don't know yet. That we don't know. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment about this issue that Tinubu's Chicago certificate saga will definitely continue as long as the case is unresolved.